Recording. Hard. All right. Welcome back to the next installment of the New Champions mini-series. This is the Unfinished Business mini-series, and the team has found themselves in kind of an open, large repair bay area that has been abandoned by the demon supervillain group 3-4 years ago around the vanishing time. And they have fought their way through to this place where you can see on the screen where it's a large kind of cavernous area. We're not showing what came before, but they fought through basically a plague of frogs and demons to get to here. And they cleared out everything, shut down this overacting portal, and are now in this open area from the end of the last session. And I'm going to go down the cast of characters and allow each person to introduce themselves. We have a couple of our folks that aren't with us yet, so we're going to skip over them for now. But at the top of the order, we have Nemesis. Nemesis, tell us a little bit about your character, what you look like, what you're doing, what you're thinking, those types of things.
Nemesis is a very shapely redhead, currently dressed in shorts and a long sleeve shirt tied in front underneath her breasts, sleeves rolled up. Let's see. I don't think I've given any information on her.
Yeah, not to the group even, I think, and they wouldn't have it now either. Just because you just met last session, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nemesis was like awoken from a stasis by some of the overactive portaling and the team's interference, so joined the fight quickly, and this is where we find ourselves.
Anything right, and about the only advice she's given is destroy any portals and stuff like that. Make your own. Otherwise, you're just giving the bad guys a back door.
Yeah, and you all did successfully destroy this portal last time. You cracked it into bunches of pieces. Well, it's enormous.
Right. A sword did manifest out of her hand.
Yes, in the last...
And it's currently gone now.
Ah. Okay. Wild Thing, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you are, what you're doing. Wild Thing?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay. Same description as last time. Dark skin, woman, top knot, dressed in, well, even though her thingy shows clothes, it's more like fur that covers her naughty bits for the most part, except for the top, which is cloth or bindings. She's got animalistic features, and currently she is perusing a console right here. Okay. More out of curiosity at this point, because it's clear that this place is magical, and that is not her forte. The electronics here, maybe, but it seems to be coupled with energies of a magic nature, even though she is well aware that magic and technology are not that far apart. Currently, her connection to that is a little distant for now.
And just given your skills, and I'm looking at it on the screen here with security systems, inventor, electronics, mechanics, when you look at this setup here, and the bay, you clearly see this is a like a mech repair. So demon is a blend of magic and mech, and there are like demon mechs, and this looks like where there are schematics on the screen, and maybe even some spare parts. related to repairing those mechs. That's what this little bay and every one of these little beds is related to that.
Oh, okay, that's right. I didn't realize what they were. Those are. Oh, okay.
Yes, they're like repair bays, and because
Repair
blend,
beds. Cool.
they're a blend of magic and and tech. So on the table here is and I think Nemesis actually looked at it, maybe palmed one of these things.
So she also was taking the books, any books that look like they were magical references. She
like
basically picked them up, leafed through them. If she wanted them, she just kind of looked like she was putting them on a shelf.
Yeah. So this is this you would have seen these big books having all kinds of references and things like that. So the kind of the source of the demon magical reference and almost like an instructional of how these mechs are made. So,
Gotcha.
Ghost, tell us a little bit about your character.
Ghost is a completely black profile. Like she shows no distinguishing features. You can't make up facial features or anything inside the profile. It's as if she was two-dimensional, except you can see her actually like change shape as she moves. She's not two-dimensional. She just looks that way. In fact, what you were seeing, and this is especially noteworthy for people with extraordinary vision powers, you're actually seeing a window into deep space. And if there's any significant ambient light whatsoever around her, your eyes will have adjusted that light and won't be able to see the stars and such through her.
Awesome.
She is essentially she's got great flight abilities, like truly great flight abilities, and she's essentially a light brick.
Cool.
There you go.
What are you doing right now? You just were a part of
She's twittering about watching what people are doing, trying to just take it all in, learning what's going on. She's not really actively participating in any fiddling because she doesn't know enough to do so, and she knows that.
Okay. Cool.
She's doing a lot of listening.
Cool. Faust, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing right now. Did I leave you here? Here you go. Faust, are you able to share a little bit?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. So Faust was one of the original, or was among the original new champions, but he went away for a while to hide, and then he just recently came back. He is in his early 20s. He can't afford to make his own superhero costume, so he just wears regular clothing and a hoodie with some padding. He's basically a flying brick. He's pretty strong, flies pretty fast, even though not as fast as Ghost. And from his original adventures, you could tell that he has some type of power replication powers. When he touches power individuals, he's able to replicate their powers and replicate them continuously. So, but he didn't show that in the last adventure. But he did originally.
Yeah,
that's
the original team members, Wild Thing and others would know that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Apparently, he was able to fix the coffee maker because that was the level of technology that he's comfortable with, and he made himself some coffee and anyone else that wants some, and that's it.
Got your priorities straight. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to be without a couple of other players who may be able to join a little bit later, but Max and Windwalker and Phaser, who are here in the room but not with us tonight, they're going to be investigating some of these terminals, maybe some of these boxes and stuff that's in the room, just analyzing that. If they're able to join, then that's fantastic. Okay, so we're going to get into the session. Everybody, if you will, make some just general perception rolls. If you will, make intelligence rolls, or if you have some other modifiers to help you with any other senses, let me know what senses you're using.
Nemesis is looking with her detect, read, analyze magic, which is also a 12 or less.
Great. So I see some of you all ghost exceeded by 2 on perception.
Right.
Wild Thing
She
naturally.
has regular perception and high range radio perception.
Okay, the high range radio isn't going to give you anything additional here, not in this roll.
Okay, normal sight she made by 5. And then switching over to her magic, she succeeded by 2.
And Faust is just really in that cup of coffee.
Yeah, and plus he's staring at Ghost because he's kind of like weirded out by her. He's trying to figure out why he can't see her sometimes, and he sees him, so he's not paying attention to
Yeah, he's
anything
just
else.
really on that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, I think there are a couple of good enough rolls. Wild Thing, good enough. Wild Thing, you will hear. What could you hear? You definitely will hear the humming in the hallway from lights and electricity. Wild Thing. Like an energy hum that's louder than, once the portal died or was broken down, you you hear other things, and the other thing that you would hear kind of over here at this this side of the door is just a louder humming of electricity. Nemesis, with your detect, just that whole area. How does it look when your detect is it just like glowing, or what is it? What does your detect look like in your eyes when you're using those gems, right?
Yeah, anything magical is going to start glowing.
Yeah. So the door
have an aura about it.
Yeah. So glowing aura, light streaming through the bottom, the cracks in the doors, and everything. It's almost like it's bursting through the seams. The magical aura is bursting through the seams of this sci-fi looking closed door behind that hallway.
Ghost is looking for green buttons.
There are green buttons everywhere. Just press them. That's your instinct. You just why not? I'm kidding.
Never trust a smiling game master. And you can hear it in his voice.
Okay, so what do you all do? You obviously your attention is, you've been examining this room for a couple of minutes, and the things have settled down. You've looked at around this big room. No more demon creatures or frogs are coming at you, but it's clear that the next course of this underground cave goes through that door. There's not a panel there, right? The closest thing to a panel is the coffee machine. There are lots of panels, like Max is in front of one, and even Wild Thing is on some. Like the door doesn't have the same type of panel in front of it.
So no green button.
No, not there. Nothing for that.
So,
there are several different desktops. Right, Max is in front of one, and then there are a couple of desktops.
Ideas.
Say again?
Well, Nemesis will say magic on the other side.
So if I can, I see Ghost checking out the door, and I'm going to grab, kind of like we did with the other door, and I'm going to tell her, hey, this is the way you open these things. And I'm going to, why don't you help me out? And I'm going to use my flight to augment my strength as I try to push open the door and ask Ghost to help me push it, pull the door the opposite way that I'm doing it. So we're each pulling a side of the door in opposite side if she's willing to help.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, and just for the speed of the game, I'll say that since you did it last time, that you're able to do it in a couple of tries together, kind of pry it open. And it's, cracking and snapping, and, you haven't pummeled through the door, but whatever gears and pulleys that are on the side, you're definitely breaking them back, and it just jars open, and you can see out the door. Sorry. think that door is part of... Yeah, I can't delete. The door is part of the room. I've made it part of it. So if you all want to be able to see, you're just going to have to like move over to the side or move.
Go look at it from the other side.
Yeah. I didn't hide this because I knew this is the first thing you all would do. Okay, so if you want to, you can move your character tokens out into that hallway if you're choosing to go into that hallway immediately. You all have just pried that door open. So move your characters where you'd like to be.
Ghost will move just far enough to always be ahead of everyone else.
Okay.
Fine by me.
Okay. So
Trap Springer, thank you.
What was that?
Ghost is going to be the Trap Springer.
Yeah, really. Let me. I can do a stabilizer on your token, Ghost, if you would like, because she seems to.
Oh yes, please.
So give me just a minute. This is actually a pretty cool mod that Brennell showed me, and it helps. You, I don't know if anybody's watching the stream, but over here in the corner of my thing, over here, there is a mod that I brought in that you put it on the stabilizer and then press the button. And now it is less likely to fall over. It's basically got a, well, I don't want to pretend to think I know the way the thing works. I think I know how it works, but so she will stay.
Flip yourself. Wild thing.
Sorry, I keep doing it for you and you're doing it too. Okay. It is unavoidable for you all. This area in front of you is hot. It's not like burning hot, but it's immediately humid and steamy, and just there's growth there. And actually, I'm going to set the mood. Sorry, with my.
So is this like change environment, one level of heat?
Yeah, basically. And this is what you all are feeling. There's a lot of growth. Anybody that wants to make some, intent perception on this, you can. Let's see if you can learn a little bit more about it. Anybody got flora and fauna?
I'm also going to be listening for heartbeats still. Remember that?
Yeah. And I think your character, it's kind of a typical thing for me. You do not hear heartbeats.
Okay.
Faust, did you fail again at perception?
Yeah. I just think it's hot. It's hot moss.
Yeah, whatever. Well,
I can counter this, actually.
Say again?
If this is uncomfortable for anybody, I can counter the heat effect.
I'm from Bivara Bay. I'm used to the heat.
I am okay.
The group appreciates the heat. Wild Thing and Nemesis, you wouldn't see the leaves. They are moving periodically.
Be careful of the vegetation.
It may actually be a good idea to lower the temperature. See if it has any effect on the plants. I didn't mean to interrupt, Wild Thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, that is a good idea, unless security measure and something else.
Nemesis
To know their purpose, their purposes before we go about trying to destroy them.
Nemesis will counter with if this is one level of heat, she'll counter with 2 levels of cold.
Okay, so when you do it, the leaves kind of brown a little bit. The steam stays, but it's more like smoke now. it's almost like whenever a cold front and hot front, right? Is that moment where you've got the two coming together. The plants are still moving and alive. You haven't killed the plants, but they're browning on the edges and things. You can see that it's...
All right, and she's doing this out to a radius of 64 meters from her.
And she says,
Holy crap.
What are you doing? Stop.
You're making it cold all throughout the air. I mean, this is enormous radius then. 64 meters.
I mean, she can call it back because it's not a fixed slot.
Okay, so what are you trying to? Are you trying to make the whole area cold, or just this area of the
whole area cold?
Okay.
It centers on her. It doesn't have. She can't project it out to a range and then have a radius from there. It's centered on her.
I'm going to check out to see where this leads. Just look at it. I tell the group, and I'm going to turn invisible, and I'm going to fly, and holding my breath. I'm going to fly, and I'm going to sort of hover above this area and look at the opposite direction.
Okay, so you're flying, not landing, right?
Right. I am not touching the plants. I'm staying above. I'm holding my breath, and I've turned invisible, and I just want to look towards the cave opening.
Okay.
Nemesis's plan is basically, if there's stuff in here that this was comfortable for, it would now be uncomfortable. So she would, she's trying to basically flush stuff out.
Yeah, we're just trying to make sure that those things weren't hostile.
I think I just took everything. Sorry about that, y'all. Did I just screw everybody up on your positioning, or are y'all still where you were?
Nemesis is not in the spot she was.
Yeah, I don't know where Faust went.
We're back in the other room, guys.
Okay.
Ghost is still in the same position.
Ghost is the only person that didn't get moved for some reason.
Ghost is special.
You know what? You might want to make your characters. You might want to make them persistent if they're not already.
Got the toggle.
Persistent.
There we go.
It should appear on the toggles, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Oh, I don't have the juice to do it. It's the last choice under toggles.
Right.
Silkhide might be able to do that. That way we don't disappear whenever the...
No, I just accidentally... I messed something up. I'm trying to fix it. So I think I have fixed it now, but...
So I have made Nemesis persistent. I will slowly go through the rest of them and get them all to the persistent one. Okay?
Cool.
And I'm going to move off the grass because I keep falling, but you know where I am.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so...
why is it freeze on me?
Okay, so I just loaded what you all would have seen in the hallway to the right. So you all flew into this area. You want me to move you back in there?
Did everyone fly or just me?
No, it was just you and
Just
Ghost.
you.
Okay.
Did Ghost also come in?
Ghost would have, just because she's not willing to let anybody else take the first shot until she knows they can take it.
Somebody else moving Ghost? Is that you, Emreka?
That's me trying to move Ghost.
Okay.
Putting her on the ceiling.
Yeah, I think I can do it. Here we go. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm going to lock Ghost, and I'm going to lock Faust as well, so that you all are up in the air.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you all come in there and you see kind of down in the hallway, blue glowing light on 3 doors, the rock pathway extending. The rest of the group still in the kind of the sci-fi hallway version of the
Okay.
of the base.
So I will, well, even though I'm invisible, I will tell the folks remaining behind, what we see a hallway that is curving towards the left.
Yes, I can see from here.
All right, so
She
hovering above the floor, I will move into that hallway.
Okay.
Is your invisibility invisible to radio?
Just sight.
Okay, so in that case, Ghost would follow you.
Can she see any? Well, he's already in there, but I was wondering just before moving in. Could you see any movement beyond that corner?
I'll make a perceptions check, which I will fail, but
I'm going to leap over the green stuff and land here.
no, I succeeded by 2 in case I hear anything or see something.
Yeah.
Perception.
So you don't hear anything. It's low. Oh no, you do hear the low hum of electricity, and it is getting louder as you walk down that hallway.
But what is that on the ground? What is this on the ground?
It's just the flat portion of the map. I just moved the thing. There's nothing. I don't mean anything by it. It's just the.
Okay.
That just succeeded by was a 6 on perception.
Yeah, I will say from that, the hum of this electricity is coming from the first room on the right.
The first room on the right, okay.
Mm-hmm. I say, he was talking to me. I say, the first room on the right. That humming sound is coming from it. Okay, so this room here you talk about?
Yeah, there are 3.
Nemesis is how deep is the water here?
Well, okay, so let me answer their question first before you come through that room. This door is the one that's the loud humming, and when you get close to it, you hear it.
Yeah.
I've locked a couple of the others. Nemesis, are you going to try to come through that marshy marsh?
Yeah. No, I'm still flying. I'm still hovering above, but I'm going to land by the door, away from this stuff here. That seems wet.
Okay. When you walk through that, Nemesis,
mm-hmm.
and I think yeah, so you're going to either have to make a dodge to try to get out of that, or else there's going to be some real painful reckonings there from walking through it, right?
Bad teamwork. We should have just carried her across.
Yeah. And as she's walking through, the rest of you all that are in that hallway, you start to see these stone formations coming up from out of the ground. There are, the best you could describe, they're like mini-me versions of stone golems. They're coming up from the actual stone of the cave. And it's about the same moment that the spark, and you all hear the sharp spiking of these things, coming up out of the ground. It's almost like a shrink, like a gel cell, that kind of a real fast slamming. And is there what's an appropriate roll for that to be able to dodge for cover, or do you want to even try to dodge? Nemesis?
Nah, she's not going to dodge.
She's just going to take it.
You just make an attack roll. And
it will probably be an area of effect roll, and she could decide to abort to dodge for cover.
Yep.
Silkide, as the game master, you're making an attack roll against her.
Yeah, got it.
Mm-hmm. She defends at 6.
Why can't I? What was the roll? Did anybody see that?
Hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, it's no, I rolled a 14.
We have seen no roll.
So, no. That's so funny. On an area effect, I rolled a 14. So, on the hex, it would hit on a DCV 2 or less. So, these things are coming up all around you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're missing you.
All right.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
She'll
Like, just like traipsing
she'll,
through.
all right. She's turning on her true weight, and also using using the levitation to hold herself in place
Okay.
as she walks normally across the ground.
Okay. I think these things spiked up where they were. They're not spiking up all over the place. So I mean, I think you could probably avoid them walking through the rest of the way. Right? You missed the first surprise, so trap sprung. You should be able to make your way through without being gotten at again. Okay, so we're about to go into a little bit of combat because there's going to be 3 of the golems that are going to be coming after you. 1, 3, and 6. Enric, I'm just going to do the first 3 for you.
Sounds good.
All right, let's do some fighting. Okay, begin combat. Wild Thing, you get to go first. Whoa! Where do you want to be? Just
Thank you.
out of the.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So we just got company.
Yeah, these little guys just grew up out of nowhere.
Okay.
And they're menacing. They look even though they look kind of cute, they're definitely menacing. And they look like they're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's happening within seconds. So not even seconds,
Gotcha.
just in moments. Right? They're instant. They are substantiating it before your eyes.
Okay. Well, one thing I don't want to be in the middle of the 2 of them. So I can I move and attack or just I have to keep forgetting?
You can do half a move and then an attack.
Okay.
Or you can do like a charge or a move by or something like that.
Okay. I'm going to. What's this one here?
So you're going after that little guy?
Yeah. I want to push him back because he has the better chance of going and having any effect. So I can attack and then move, right?
Nope. Attack ends your
it's
move.
move then attack.
Oh, okay. Well, then first.
Attacking ends your turn.
Okay. Then I'm going to fly up. So figure I'm somewhere up there above the ground, somewhere. Not on Ghost's head, though. And that aura that engulfs her like usual, it forms as if an owl. She's sitting inside the breast of an owl whose head turns. That's how owls' heads turn. It brings one enormous wing up and it waves down at our golem number 2 friend there.
Awesome. So you're doing the bird, the spirit of the bird, right? Something like that?
Yeah, this is Wind Blast.
Awesome. Okay, roll your 2 attack.
I did.
Oh, I think I have something over it. That's why.
I think it hit DC 7, maybe. I think.
Yeah, DC 7. So you would hit.
7.
You would hit the poor little guy.
Okay.
All right, that's 24 stun and 8 body. And Emraka, you're covering these little guys, right?
It so far I think it's only a single target hit.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, so it's number 2.
Okay.
And it does hate not having a sheet on the board.
No. We see it.
Excuse me.
We see it. 24 stun, 8 body. This is the 8 die 6 attack.
Yeah, that's the 8 die 6 attack. Yeah,
Okay.
it does double knockback. That's what I was trying to find.
Okay, so I'll say with that, will you roll your knockback, please?
For what?
Roll your knockback. Roll your dice of knockback.
Knockback dice.
Right. That's 3, right?
2.
2? Okay.
What'd you roll? 7? Going to my useful charts.
Okay, so you double the body. So 16 minus 7.
Okay, so
He is 9.
Yeah, so this guy is going to go backward, and these guys are substantiating out of the ground, but they are not beholden to the ground. So he does. He goes back into this wall over here to this door, and is gonna waylay into the door. And I'll say he does a bit more damage again. But I'll say none of it is seeming to break off pieces of him. The attack has obviously ping ponged him across the room and into that door, but hasn't caught any dust off of his stone body.
Okay,
So they don't appear to have eyes, right?
So he doesn't have. He didn't take any damage. What you're saying?
That's right. Yeah, somehow they know where you are, but they don't have any eyeballs. No. Well, we assume they know where you are. So far, they haven't had a chance to swing at you. Okay, so Wild Thing.
Okay, guess that's at me.
Yeah, Nemesis. What do you do?
Nemesis will advance up to that one.
Which one?
Why is it taking me so far in the air?
I don't know, because when I pick you up, it just picks you straight up. Maybe you have like a raise height that's different than everybody else.
Maybe. How do I change that?
I don't know, because
I'm gonna turn off.
You see up on the upper menus the guy lifting the doorbell.
Lift
The
height.
dumbbell. Yeah. If you click on that and bring it all the way to the bottom, it should help with that.
All right. There. That's move up to him.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
And let's just do a regular, just smack him with a punch.
Okay, and you've got a little bowling alley of pins right behind him too. That'll be fun.
She's not going to knock him into any of her compatriots. So, punch.
But technically, Ghost is a little bit up in the air. Even if you did knock the golem in her direction.
I hit an 11.
Yeah, you hit him.
That's a hit.
Yeah. So many dice.
And
it's a lot of stun.
47 stun, 11 body.
Yeah. So he does. Will you roll your knockback dice, or do you do knockback with this?
Yeah, I've got knockbacks. I set up actually.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Whoop. Crap.
So you did the normal one. That would be
Right, 2 dice.
3.
Rolled 8. So out of 11 bodies, she did 3 inches of knockback.
Yeah. So the golem skids back onto the ground. Again, no dust, no breaking of the stones. He's moved backward. These guys are going to be like ping pong balls when you hit them, but you're not knocking pieces off them. Faust, what do you do?
Yeah.
Remaining invisible, considering that guy just landed on his butt right in front of me. I'll remain invisible, and although I assume they don't have any, I'm going to try to absorb their persistent protection. So I need to make an attack roll to hit him. And since I'm invisible, they might be, well, I don't know if they don't have a side group, but in any event. Oops. Clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on.
So what do you have to do? You just have to touch him?
Yeah, I just have to touch him.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to touch him.
Right, so that triggers my stun drain, which is kind of what triggers my, but they probably don't have any stun.
Yep.
But so they would take 11 stun and 3 body of normal damage. Oops, sorry, avoid. And then I can absorb up to 60 AP's worth of resistant protection if they have it as a power.
And is that does it have to actually do stun for the power to work?
No, it doesn't. They just the stun, the drain stun triggers my ability to absorb their power, but it's not a requirement.
Okay, and it's a stun drain, so 3 body.
Right. 3 body doesn't do anything. It's just 11. It would have drained 11 points worth of stun. Or
Okay.
half of that, which is...
Got it. So the body isn't even
6.
important for us.
Right, the body doesn't even matter.
Okay.
Minus power defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, minus power defense. And it's half because it's stunned, so...
Yeah.
So you would take minus power defense and then half of that.
Yeah, so really none of that would have affected it for several reasons, but still it triggers your ability to copy their powers. And how much active points of powers are you able to copy?
To 68p. So depending on how their power is configured, right, with advantages and limitations, I can absorb up to 60 AP.
I don't know why.
Am I correct that you're absorbing it does not take it away from the character though?
It's not. It just I replicate it, so I mimic it. But it does not take it away from them.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know how their power is configured. If you want to put it in the chat or something, then I can write it down.
Well, and I'm actually when I open the thing, the cost on this character's protection is like crazy wrong. I don't know if you're able to. Well, no, you wouldn't see that.
Don't see it.
Windwalker is trying to join us.
Awesome. I'm checking something out real fast. Why is the pricing so high? Is that normal for resistant protection to be so costly?
Yes.
Yeah, it can.
It should be, what is it, 3 points for 2 resistant.
Okay, well...
it's effectively a half advantage.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm trying to think about how much of that you could get.
Just write it down for me. I'll figure it out. If you tell me, resistant protection, give me the advantages and disadvantages. I mean, the advantages and limitations.
Let's see. 15 resistant PD and ED is 45 points active. So 2020 would be the max you could do.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the way it's built in my hero designer. That's why because the equivalent of what this is showing up as like 200 and something points, and I know that's not right. So,
how much? Well,
that's what I'm not.
What was the stat?
I was like, I'm gonna chat it to Amaraka so that I don't ruin the mystique of. And Amaraka, I don't know if you might helping me figure out how much of that should go to Faust for his absorption.
Yeah, and if you just continue, and then he can tell me.
Yeah. So the effect of it is you definitely feel the bolstering, and these things are pretty solid just because of you see them not being hurt, but also And do you actually get the kind of stone-like skin that they have? How does it?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Since that's their special effect, I would turn rocky myself.
That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so you will end up becoming stronger as a result of that, and that's the end of your turn. Ghost, what do you do?
Ghost is going to use her old standby. She will. Oh, I don't have control over the figurine.
Oh, yeah, I'll unlock it for you.
Okay. She will.
Oh, you also must have the lift height crazy.
Yeah. All right. She's going to fly behind this she's going to fly behind the golem that she's currently standing on top of.
Okay, so you're going to
Do a
be...
hairpin turn. And at full speed, she's going to do a flyby multi-attack on Stone Golem 3 and the other one down here. That one, yeah.
Some
multiple move buys or multi-attack?
It's a multi. Well, it's a multi. Technically, it's a multi-attack with passing strike.
So you're attacking more than one target?
Yes, I'm attacking 2 targets.
Okay, so you're -2 for the second move by.
She has 2 penalty skill levels that apply specifically to multi-attack.
All right, but you move by itself is -2. A second move
strike is a martial maneuver.
Huh?
Passing strike, not move by.
Well, it's the same. It's effectively the same thing. You're trying to set the same maneuver.
No, passing strike is a martial maneuver.
I know it's a martial maneuver, but the point is that it's meant to. You take in the same minus for if you do multiple move buys. You start with a -2 for a move buy. The second move buy is another -2. The third move buy would be another -2. So you've got your passing strike.
There is no minus on the first one.
Huh?
There is no minus on the first one.
That's right. Yeah. Now then there's -2 on the second one.
Correct.
And then the multi-attack, which means you're doing more than one type of attack, correct?
Right.
All right. Each of those is -2.
These guys' DCV is pretty low.
I'm not following it. That is very different from the way it's ever been used before.
Yeah, and I'm actually not quite interested in wrestling it out. I feel like the rolls you make are probably going to hit him anyway, even with minuses. But you make the 2 rolls, make the first one, and if you miss, obviously you miss both. But
I didn't. I don't know if I included this. She has a +2 skill levels with passing strike as well.
Okay, so you would hit the first one.
Okay.
And you're going to have a -2 on this next one. And of course, with a DCV of 9 hit, you're even with extra double -2s on it, you would still hit it. The second one. So I agree, this is a bit of complication that we do need to sort out. But for the purpose of for playthrough, let's. I hope everybody sees it. I don't think it would have mattered how much negative.
Okay.
So roll your damage on both.
15 body, 56 stun on the first one.
Okay. And roll your knockback on it, or do you do it based on the body of the second or the biggest body in the attack?
It should be individual, I think.
No, it's the biggest one. Add 2 for each successive one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so roll your second attack, and then we'll use that quick roll based on the difference between the 2. Okay, so it's off of the 15. Okay. Okay, so you roll the 10 body off of the 15. That's 5. That is these guys are going to move. This one's going to hit into the wall. And Faust, I mean, that does look like it's going your direction. Let's see if you can avoid getting hit. Maybe just do a dexterity roll to see if you can get out of the way.
And she ends her move back in the hallway over here.
Okay. Similarly, this stone golem too is going to have been pushed into the wall. You all are seeing these guys are moving all over, but none of your hits have busted them up. Okay. The golems. Well, Emraka, why don't you tell us what happens with the golems?
So they're doing the pinball effect of being hit and knocked all over the place. Is it my turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Faust is invisible, but do I know he's there? Silkide?
No, these things aren't very intelligent. I would say you wouldn't know.
Okay, and I can't hit the flying people. So
these little guys would be rolling all over the place because their bases aren't so flat. But this stabilizer script has made it to where they stand.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'll put credit to the person, the mod that actually wrote that script. It's pretty cool.
So I had a DCV of 9.
Clear.
Does that hit you, Nemesis?
Yes. She's only defending at 6.
Okay.
Lots of 6s. So 49 stun, 16 body.
Okay, 49 stun. She does not move.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on.
Is that because of knockback resistance?
Yep. She's her true weight right now.
Oh yeah. I forget about this. But nobody else knows about that though. So. But you all are seeing this unfold, and just Nemesis is taking a waylaying from one of them.
The other one misses.
like a critical miss. That's awesome. Okay, so Nemesis, tell us how your character is feeling right now. Like, would anybody have seen anything different? Did you just take it? Is it how you doing after?
Jaw turns. She looks down at it, smiles. Wait for her turn.
Okay. So your first one went. Your second one went. This is Stone Golem number 3 that's going right now. Is that right? Well, I guess it's Stone Golem number 2 that's going right now. America.
Yes. So Stone Golem number 1 hit.
3 missed.
I should have switched the golems, but I did not. Sorry.
That's okay. 1 hit, 3 missed. Now you're swinging it with number 2.
Number 2 just moves.
Okay. Cool. So you see this is lumbering of stone in the hallway. It's very loud and raucous. And you hear just crushing and cracking and things like that. All right. We will go to the next turn. This is post segment 12. Take recoveries. And Wild Thing on segment 2. Turn 2. Wild Thing gets to go.
Okay. Well, yeah, number 2 again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't you already ping pong him across the end of the way?
Yeah, he's the one that I knocked away before.
He's coming back like a yo-yo at you.
Yeah. Well, he's short and not flying, so.
Oh yeah, he can scrape at your legs.
Wave. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to send him back down the hole again.
Okay.
Hopefully I can start doing some kind of... Okay. I'm going to go with it. That hits.
Yes.
Yeah. 11 or less? Oh, you missed. Sorry. Kidding.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you are roll your knockback as well. Your
Yep.
two dice.
Oh, I know why.
And the same thing is happening. Your wind attack, your wings of the fury is definitely able to lift him up and move him around. He bashes back against the wall, but is not taking any damage, and the wall is obviously not hurting him again. So you've pushed him back down the way. He's not going to attack you this turn, but he is. He is.
So he's not taking any real damage, is what you're saying?
No, not at all. And they just keep coming back.
What we really need are killing attacks or armor-piercing attacks. Ideally, a armor-piercing killing attack.
Or if the team wants to coordinate, that would be a way to try to double up on these guys.
Thanks for your patience. And since that has come up, how about a killing attack versus a limited defensive mind defense?
Yeah. Well, they are not very intelligent.
I mean, it's only one body, but hey.
Yeah, and I don't know.
That's probably more than we're doing right now. So
I don't know how to add you in the middle of a battle. I've had trouble with that in the past.
Sorry about that, then. Yeah.
No. I
Try to add him, see whether he can see the character file.
If not, we can just, we can just, close out and come back in. If
Well,
we need to do that.
let me see.
We just
The way that
12, so
the way that game night did it is he ends combat and he adds the person in. So he goes back into the scene, he adds him in, and it seemed to have worked. That's what I saw in one of his videos.
To segment 2, I'm going to end combat. Turn to. Okay, so Windwalker's in. I'm going to add everybody back to the combat. I'm going to start the combat. Begin the combat.
cycle through segment 12.
Yeah.
So have we seen these guys get chipped at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
So.
Did Ghost drop?
no.
Oh, okay.
Ghost is in the other room.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goes at half DCV when she pulls that stunt, so she likes to get out of range of attacks.
Yep.
Okay, so it's Nemesis' turn.
All right.
And Windwalker's...
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Nemesis grows a sword from her right hand, takes it in two hands, and swings.
This is beautiful.
Which one are you attacking?
The one in front of her, so the one further down the hall.
Well, they're numbered. There's 3, 2, and
Golem 3.
Thank you.
I'm the one that missed you.
The one that missed me. I hit DCV 4 or less.
That's a hit.
Okay. And then damage wise. Huh?
I think
Sorry.
you rolled the attack.
Forgot sword damage. There we go. There's sword damage. $11 body, 33 stun.
Yeah. Roll your knockback damage.
Killing.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Did that do anything to it?
No.
All right.
It's real similar.
Knockback?
I mean, it's like ricocheting off and rebuilding at the very moments that your sword cuts are going through. Right? These things are reconstituting themselves faster than you can break them up.
Purple, can you move your hand, please?
Sorry?
Mhm.
It
No,
might be a
out
good
of-
idea. Sorry.
And
It
that
might be a good idea to lower the temperature and kill those plants and see if that's what's.
I've already done
fueling
that.
these-
yeah.
We
it-
didn't
I've
kill
already
them
done
completely, right? Did we kill
Well,
them?
the temperature is going down. Is down. I haven't changed it. Okay. 8 body. So
Mhm. He'll move back and it won't-
3.
versus 11, 3 inches of knockback.
Yeah, you push him back. And actually, yeah, you do. But he's not hitting any walls or anything like that. Okay. Windwalker is. I don't know what just happened.
I don't know.
So turn 2, segment 3. It's going to take you a couple of opportunities to get into this area because you weren't with them, so you kind of like walked through.
Okay.
So a couple of turns in. Faust, it's your turn. The next time around, I'll let you come in, Windwalker.
So,
Cool.
is this guy really 25?
Half it. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so half it, so let's say, okay, so 12.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good enough for me to speed up to my 50 millimeters. Oh, my 50 meters of flight, so I'm going to do a move through. Still invisible against this guy.
Okay.
So he would be at half DCV. I will be at -5 to hit. Back there. I'll hit DCV 4.
Still a hit.
All right. So that will do. Okay, this is my most potent attack, guys. So if this doesn't do anything, we're gonna have to just carry them up to the atmosphere and drop them. Sorry. Okay, here goes nothing.
It's a lot of dice.
So I'll do 17 body to him.
Whoa. Okay. So you would see it. Maybe Wild Thing would see it because she's looking down that direction and she's been going after the same one. Pieces of rock crumble off and roll off to the side of the door, and because they're further away, they don't seem to come back to it.
All right, and he will go 20 meters of knockback. If I can, I will push him to that wall so that he takes another 10 dice.
Yeah, let's do it. That sounds fun. This is a pretty heavy hit.
And he'll take another 10 body, which probably won't do anything to him, but at least he's flat on the ground.
Yeah. Yep.
And I will take 30. I will take 30 stun and 8 body, which I am able to absorb.
Okay.
Oh, did you buy these things as automatons?
Yeah, that's what they are. And by the way, just so that you know how my absorption power works, it's a VPP, so I actually absorb the power, but I actually have to change to that new power. So even though
no, that's why they cost so much.
yeah.
Because
Yes.
normally
Okay.
it's automatons defenses cost 3 times as much for them.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it. But there's a reason why, of course. I mean, it makes them harder to defeat.
Much.
Yep.
All right, so I chipped a couple of blocks of that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you did, you bully.
Golly, he's such a little guy too, and you just broke him up. Ghost, what do you do?
What is the distance scale in here?
Yeah, half. So whatever your measurement is, that's half it, and then that's in the regular measures. So whatever your units of movement are, just tab and measure, and you'll be able to see.
Okay, so yeah, she's going to go after the same 2 that she did before, and then return back to the hallway. I'll refrain from actually moving her.
Okay.
Do you have like turn mode things?
No, she has a 0 turn mode and combat acceleration both.
So you have the no turn mode advantage. Cool.
Yeah. So first roll, waiting for it to show. Hit.
Mm-hmm.
Second roll.
Yep. However the calculation would be done, that would hit. So I'm not.
Yeah. Anybody wondering can consult page 76 of volume 2. It's very clear.
Which ones are you hitting right now? 1 and 3?
Yeah, the one closest on the map, and then the other one. So not rolling particularly hot for damage here.
Yeah.
Waiting for the second one. Oh, shoot. Another crappy roll. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so at this moment, and you're ping-ponging them all across the way. I mean, you can roll your knockback to see.
Actually, you're rolling average.
Yeah.
Yeah, except when she does a passing strike like that, she's doing 14 dice. So
yeah, that's.
I doubt there's going to be any knockback. She has to roll 3 dice because it's a martial maneuver.
Yeah, so nothing.
So yeah, no knockback.
Okay, so the over the comms, the Socrates even speaks. You know, these are clearly, and I can't do the British or the somewhat British accent that Game Night does, but these are clearly stronger than your individual efforts can overcome. Is it possible that you all could coordinate your attacks on them at once?
Well, we haven't practiced enough as a team, so I don't have team, and I don't have
teamwork or tactics.
Is there even?
We could try Dex. We could try Dex with some type of minus, but that would only help to stun them.
Body doesn't stack.
Oh.
Right, body doesn't stack, and they can't be stunned. So.
Well, then we need to move them somewhere, don't we?
Yep, I'm just going to pick them up and fly them up about 500 meters and drop them and see what that does.
Well, you're underground right now, so
I don't think the tunnel's that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to go outside, fly outside. It'll take a while.
Ghost will emulate once she sees somebody doing that.
Okay, so you all are going to take these little guys.
The other thing we could do, for example, Nemesis could do multiple attacks and maybe hit him 3 times in a phase.
And actually, I was just going to try. The next thing I was going to do was a pushed haymaker with a sword.
Yeah, that would be the other thing. It's just haymaker.
That way, there she gets up to 6 dice plus 1.
Okay, so before you do your flying acrobatic opportunity, see if you can actually individually take them out.
Yeah, because they might try to break my hold, and I don't know how strong they are.
Yeah, Wild Thing. It's Wild Thing's turn technically right now. Wild Thing, do you want to take an action right now?
I was checking. These things don't have eyes, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have a killing attack?
I do. I'm trying to see. I'm going to deal with the guy behind me since he's closer. It's going to see if her claws can reach this rock.
Let's see.
Yeah. A new aura surrounds her. It's a giant bear. And a big paw comes crashing, hopefully, down upon this thing. And anytime you want to open up, thank you. Work with me here. Thank you. DC 15, does that hit?
Oh, yes.
For everybody else except you.
Everybody else was going to be, yeah. I'm really not rolling very well today, am I?
Yeah, that you can roll your knockback for it.
Okay, how many is that?
Ping it around.
3 dice.
Yeah, on a killing.
That is definitely the attack you want to be using.
Yeah.
Does that peel any rocks off that guy?
Nope.
Nope. Holy crap.
No, we've already established they've got a PD and ED of 15.
Oh, 15. Nice. And if they have regeneration every turn.
Yeah.
Just means you need to do at least 2 body every turn.
Yep. They'll be here
Anyway.
a while.
That's it.
Okay, so again, you're ping-ponging them around. How much did you do? Did you get anything?
I don't know.
One.
I'm still not sure how body works, or knockback, or any of that.
So knockback is you take the body minus what you roll on your 2 dice, or 3 dice because it's a killing attack. So you rolled 12 on your 3 dice, and so you would have done 1 meter of knockback.
That's 2, right? So
1 inch, 2 meters.
1 inch, correct.
Okay, so you're moving them around, but again, you didn't crack the edges. So we will move on. Nemesis. Oh, not Nemesis. Golem.
Woohoo! Okay, well, the only one is Wild Thing still flying?
Yeah.
But she came within hand-to-hand range.
And Faust is
invisible, so if they can, I don't know what they can perceive.
Exactly.
They see everything.
Muhaha. Okay, so number 1 is going to attack Nemesis because they're right beside each other.
Okay. Defending at 6. Hits and 8 hits.
right. You've pummeled him. Her.
39 stuns, so she takes 14.
Your knockback failed.
4 meters of knockback, but you've got knockback resistance, so.
Yep. She stays right there.
Number 3 is going to attempt to hit Wild Thing.
Leap.
I'm going to have number 2 try to hit Faust because he knows Faust is there, but he can't see him. So that means he attacks with an OCV at half? Or
Yep. Half.
So, number 1's turn has gone by, so you should probably advance me.
I have. You're on. I'm showing you at number 2 right now.
Okay, very good.
Are you taking number 2's attempt?
Yes, I'm going to get. He's going to try to hit Faust. Moves towards him and then does a swing bada bada. Now you say I'm at half. My
OCV at my DCV is 4 because of my maneuver right now.
Okay.
Might be able to hit.
Mm-hmm. And their maw hands are just enormous.
I hit a DCV of 5 with a -1 to my attack.
Yep, that hits.
Yay, I hit finally.
Oh,
Oh, what a lousy roll.
I know. Come on.
4 1s and 1 6.
Right.
So the slashing and the cracking and the breaking. Faust, how are you feeling right now with that pummeling?
It's, it's like I've been slapped by my girlfriend.
Oh, it's
And no knockback because I rolled 12 on 10 body.
Nice, yeah. So he, I got face palmed pretty hard, but nothing major.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I just drew something. I meant to use the
measure. That's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. It's okay. So why is it going out of turn like that? Did you see that?
No, number 3 didn't get a chance to do anything.
Yeah, but I didn't. Like, it never even went to him. Why don't you make the roll? Because I mean, he should have. He clearly should have. But it went to Nemesis instead of the golem.
What phase are we on right now? What phase are we in?
Turn 2, segment 4.
But it's 4, but
Actually,
it's
it's
above Nemesis.
Yeah.
So 4 at 18 plus.
So that would have
Or
been
19 plus.
If you wish to avoid the hit, Wild Thing, you should dive for cover.
Dive for cover. That's even better.
So DCV. So 3 is going to hit me.
Oh yes.
3 hits anything it wants to.
when
You
these
could hit a fly. You could knock the wing off a fly from Florida.
Oh, so
while
you
the
have
fly is
to.
on the
So
move.
you. So it's low is good as okay.
well, no. So when these things hit,
I'm confused.
their stones are basically coming around all around in like a. It's almost like, I don't know how to describe it well. They are pummeling you with stones all around the hex that you're in.
So what am I supposed to be doing here?
If you're trying to get out of the way, if you're trying to dodge, if that's what you're trying to do.
What do I roll?
Isn't there a maneuver for
If you
this?
just declare, are you diving dodge out of the area?
If you're already attached, you can't abort.
Right.
Oh,
There's
that's
nothing you can do. If you can't
I get-
abort, there's nothing you can do.
I get a free hit.
Yeah, so you're just taking the pummeling of the rocks.
44 stun and 13 body.
Ouch.
Gotcha.
Wild Thing, tell us, is this impairing you at all?
I don't know. Honestly, do not know.
How much stun? What's your constitution?
Well, what's her PD first, right?
Yeah. It depends on the power set that she has on right now.
I believe it's 20.
You have a 20 constitution.
No.
All right. What's your PD?
Oh, my
Or did you mean your PD is 20?
yes.
Okay. What's your constitution? Is it in excess of 24?
No, it's a 15, so it should.
She's dazed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll be stunned to 24 stun.
I mean, so
Yeah, that pummeling has
I pummeled you.
phased you.
Knocked back for 12 meters.
Probably into the next door.
so everybody else got hit and didn't take damage, but I took damage.
No. I took damage, but it did
I
not
took
exceed
damage
my.
too.
It did not exceed my constitution, which is 30. I have double your constitution. If the stun you take exceeds your constitution, you're dazed.
So, Wild Thing, your shtick is not being hit.
Right. Best
So-
defense.
so when
no
I
be
s-
there.
So when I said, "Will you dive for cover?" you should have said, "Why, yes, I think I should dive for cover."
I'd say somebody said that I couldn't.
Yeah, because she
I
had
heard
already
somebody
attacked.
say that I couldn't.
Right, because you had already acted.
That's true. The point would be your character isn't built as the brick like those other two are.
Yeah.
Right? You're just not a brick character.
When a martial artist who's all dodge finally gets hit, it's usually messy.
That's all. Your
Speak
character
from
is,
experience on that one too.
character has very interesting
So
attacks.
Character is still underpowered.
No, you're just getting waylaid by stone golems with like enormous.
just-
Yeah,
Different characters have different abilities.
yeah. I mean that's. Okay.
Windwalker has similar issues, which is why I'm considering a new character.
So, do I do another 12 dice of damage for her hitting into the wall?
Yes.
What was it? 12.
Not quite.
What was the total knockback?
So that was 12 meters, so 6 dice.
All right.
All right. 21 and 6. That's barely gonna. That's gonna be
Yeah,
one.
so she'll take 1 point of stun.
Okay.
And she's prone unless she has breakfall. I could try to avoid.
Damn.
She's stunned.
Oh yeah, because you hit something. Yeah. Oh, and she's
No,
stunned. Yeah.
she's dazed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on your character, Tara, you should mark under the combat tab. Mark that you're stunned.
Because that affects your DCV. I can do it. I'm looking at it right now. If you're not able to see it, Tara. Okay. Nemesis.
It starts in the deep south.
Yeah, I got it.
That's your segment for starting a haymaker.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I will. Who are you going after with those haymakers, by the way?
Huh?
Who are you?
Stone Golem 1.
Okay. All right. So it's weird that went after. All right. And segment number 5, Ghost goes.
Okay. So she's not been witness to anybody grabbing and flying away with these things.
No, hasn't happened yet.
Okay, so without that inspiration, she's likely to repeat what she's doing and hope she manages to do better this time.
Okay.
Like slightly above average.
Let's see.
Before you do that, are you, Nemesis, are you letting anybody know what you're doing? Because if she gets a knockback roll, then these guys are going to go flying all over the place and your attack will be wasted.
Well, I'm winding up a haymaker. That's why I said it starts in the deep south, which means she's pulling all the way back for a big baseball swing.
Yeah, but
okay.
When she would normally go, she doesn't. She's all the way back, and she's looking. She's looking at her target up, and is
okay. Now remember, you guys have not worked together as a group, and so somebody would not necessarily know that I'm going way down to the south, that means anything. Okay?
So it starts in the deep south.
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is you need to be cleared of what you're doing to the rest of your team.
Yep, the problem is we're not a team. We're a mixture of stuff. All right? Somebody can plainly see she's sizing up a shot.
And to be fair to Ghost's character, Ghost is not going to understand. I don't mean to speak for you, Ghost. I don't think you would understand that, right? You're just going and doing what you're seeing.
She's never seen that before.
Yeah.
And unless she's been instructed otherwise, I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, talking is a no action that can be done at any time, so you can go, no, Ghost, not that one. That's a no action that can occur at any time. Mm-hmm. So if Nemesis sees Ghost,
I'm willing to.
I guess if I say I'm doing a haymaker, then I'm telegraphing the blow to my opponent, who would then just simply go and either dive for cover out of the way.
Yeah, and it may just be that in this moment is a learning moment where whomever is the handler for Ghost going forward will say, look for this, right? It's just going to happen that way because there's to role play it, right? Yep. You wouldn't say anything else. Ghost wouldn't pick up on it. Yeah, you're right, Emraka. It could very potentially be that Nemesis's haymaker gets wasted.
Just giving you a heads up.
Yep. I have lost control over my figure, so once again, I'm not going to move anything. She's just going to repeat the same maneuver.
Okay. I'm moving her around real fast. Oof.
First one.
Oh. What is that?
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry.
I like that you missed. Thanks.
There's the correct roll.
Yeah, that definitely would hit.
The second one.
And that definitely would hit. No doubt.
You can actually roll decent this time. 15. And 12. No. Yeah. So crappy rolls. Knockback. This is where we want to roll really high. Shit.
Yeah, you knock them back. Yep. They're ping-ponging around all over the place. What was that? 15 minus, was it 9? 6, yeah. But they're not gonna be, hitting, they're not gonna be hurt by it, but they will be hit into the wall, so they're gonna have to get up. Okay. We are in segment number 6. Wild Thing recovers from being...
well, 5 actually.
That's right, because Nemesis didn't get to go.
I thought it was the end of the
next 4. It lands in 5.
Oh, not your next turn. It's the next segment. Okay, so you land, but they are not there.
Well, where's Ghost?
She went back to her original start point. Yeah.
That guy didn't quite go through the wall, did he?
Nope.
Yeah, because he's outside. There he is.
Yeah, so you make your big swing, but there's nobody there to be hit. Neither Ghost nor the baddies.
All right, well.
Yeah.
There's my wasted move.
Yep. Okay, Windwalker, you are able to bound onto the scene, or maybe you don't bound, but however you do it, you appear onto the scene, and you see, I assume you're coming down the hallway after the noise that you hear. You see
That
these...
sounds good. Which hallway?
Over here?
Over here?
Uh-huh. You see these spikes in the floor, and no one has really been communicating on comms, so you wouldn't really know what's happening. But you can definitely avoid the spikes that Nemesis didn't. But well, no, actually Nemesis did avoid. But you're gonna join the party.
Yay!
Hey. Hopefully with a decently large armored person killing attack.
There we go.
Okay.
Didn't want to go into the room. It was weird.
Interesting. So you're walking through like slushy mush of marsh there. It's warm. Well, it's actually not warm. It's cold, and the greenery is now brown because the temperature has been reduced. But you see these golems, and they're really, reconstituting themselves. They're in the hallway bouncing around, and the team is, I don't know, I think maybe the team has an exasperated look on their face.
Yeah, let's see now. Okay, so everything except extremely, extremely brute force has had any effect, and even that has had little from what I've heard.
Yep.
Dang. So what's a girl to do?
Socrates comes over the comms again, even says, aren't there prison cells in this facility?
Oh ho! That gives me a target. Okay, so then go over. I'm going to walk over to number 1 here, since he's closest, and poof him into a cell if I can, which I presume is the other side of these doors.
No. The cells were down on the other side of the hallway from the route that you all took. Remember the first time you poofed into one of the cells?
Tara's been...
Yeah.
Dark Maiden has been knocked out of the game. She's disconnected.
Yeah, hopefully she'll be able to rejoin. I see her still in the audio.
Are you still on this one?
I unchecked your character as stunned. You're no longer stunned this turn, but Tara, I hope you're able to rejoin the table. Okay, Windwalker. As Socrates is saying that, what do you do? So you'll get your opportunity, your move, right? So I'll say for the beginning of this phase, you were in the marsh, but you can move and try to do something.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to walk up to this guy, number 1, and attempt to teleport him into this cell.
So you're referring to those as cells, but those aren't cells. Those are doors behind which you don't know what they are.
Still, it's that'll put a door between us and him.
Okay, that sounds like an interesting thing to do. Roll to
Hey,
hit.
it's turn 15. Okay. And how did that roll turn out? Spoofing others. No, that was not supposed to be. Okay, so let's just go with 2 hit.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna hit him.
Okay.
On
And
these.
then I've got to try and hit the other side of that door with the teleport.
Do you have teleport usable as an attack?
Yes.
Game Night has made it so that when we do that, you have to go with them.
Oh?
Yes.
I specifically bought it otherwise.
Yeah, it depends on how he bought the
When
power.
did he make that ruling?
Well, he may have done it for the way I bought the power, because I'm glad to play it this way. And for now, let's do it this way.
I've got it as a separate attack.
Okay, continue
Was
on.
the teleport usable against others?
Actually, the much easier version of this is to do it as stretching does not cross intermediate space.
Well, nonetheless,
Usable on others?
you've teleported both behind the door, the thing behind the door, and that's because you did the DCV for that hex. So I think that's great. You've teleported the thing.
Okay.
On the other side of the door.
If you do stretching, does not cross intervening terrain.
Mm-hmm.
You basically get to go through things.
Well, yeah, it's good. It's a good simulation of telekinesis. You actually don't want to use TK.
Well, no. It's teleport usable against others.
So, just a second here. Windwalker, did I move the correct one? Was it number 1 that you attacked? Thank you.
Yes, you did.
Think of it as opening a portal, reaching through, grabbing something, and yanking it through.
Yeah.
Or pushing it through.
That's...
Okay, well,
yeah.
Earth doesn't use portals. It's just poof.
Yeah, obviously
Well, it's the same effect. The only difference is 1, it has no velocity. 2, you can't target can't end up inside something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There has to be an open space, basically, for it to go into.
Okay, so you've portaled the guy across the barrier, and that would be your turn. Faust, it's your turn.
Right. I'm going to do the same thing again, since, well, let's see if we can do this. I'm going to grab the guy that's right in front of me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how strong they are. Okay, where are my maneuvers? There we go. Okay, give me a second. Right, hit DCV 5. He gets to do an escape with his casual strength against my strength, which is 45. So I get to roll 9 dice.
Marek, you want to roll those dice?
So he's going to... Yeah, he has to beat 11 body with his strength. Casual strength, which is half his strength.
Marek, are you doing it? Okay, I'll do it.
Trying to figure out how to do that.
Against Golem 2. Just use the roll maker and just roll half his strength as damage. Yeah, so he doesn't break out. So I'm going to just squeeze him, even though that probably won't do anything. So I will do that much damage to him as I squeeze him as a free action, but now he's held. So he takes 8 body, which is nothing.
Yep.
He laughs at your puny efforts.
He kind of nuzzles. At you. Okay, so you've got a stone golem.
In a full Nelson.
Yeah, just holding on to him. Okay, Nemesis.
Which one? All right. Nemesis is all right. Well, he's held. Nemesis charges with the sword out, full speed. She's now her human weight.
He's at half DCB.
Right.
Don't knock him out of my hands now, Nemesis.
Why not?
Because I want to stick him in a jail cell, but out of character.
Well, but nobody else is talking, so she's just going to charge through.
Yeah, you're pissed that somebody messed up your haymaker, so I understand.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see.
I would definitely let you push the limit on the DC levels for this.
Let's see. If I do a regular move through, 40 meters, 39 is 13, or 39 is 10. 13 damage classes. Plus 13.
I think you might be looking at 5th edition.
No. 8.5 dice killing.
Yeah, let's see if I can.
Huh?
No, I said let's see what this attack can do.
Attacking. All right. Leap through -4 plus 1, so 10. I'm attacking at 6.
Okay.
So let me make this up first. The hit.
You don't have combat. You don't have unluck, do you, by chance?
No.
Okay, just in case. Attacking. I always ask that at opportune moments. How goes it, Nemesis?
Hold on.
I will say, Windwalker, I wasn't anticipating your poofing them into the other room. I think that's hilarious. Sorry, Nemesis. Didn't mean to speak over you.
It's all right. I'm just figuring and creating the maneuver.
Okay. These things are bouncing up against the walls, and then you just move it across the barrier. That's great.
Not this time.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. With this type of an attack pushing it, you should definitely be able to do some serious damage.
All right, so killing move through.
Let's see. Oh, good roll.
So I hit.
Mm-hmm. You do.
You rolled to hit twice.
Sorry.
But either way.
Okay. Oh, the first one would always be. There's the killing.
Oh,
So is
32 body.
32 body.
Yeah. I have a very, very hard time believing that that's correct calculation.
yeah, and that says total 32, body 9. Am I misunderstanding that
I
read?
forgot to click on the killing attack. So here, let's go back and re-edit that. All right. My base damage is 4d6 plus 1. I have 40 meters of movement doing a move through, which would be... Well, actually, it's not time divided.
It's 1 damage class per 6 meters.
6 meters. I was thinking 6. All right, so 36 is 6 damage classes, which would be another 3 dice. So it's
That would be 2 dice.
right, 2 dice plus a. That's for 36. 39 pushes it to. Or no. Well, that would be, half a d6. So it's 6.5 d6.
Okay. What did you roll down there?
Hold on, rolling now.
Okay. But that's still not... I don't think you got killing checked.
Crap.
You have to check killing.
The third
So
time.
did Tara rage quit?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, here's a question. Is she still in the Discord?
No,
No, she dropped out of Discord.
Yeah, we'll follow back up with her and figure out what's going on there. I just want to see what you actually get on the third roll with the killing strike. I'm very...
There we go.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm. Let's see.
There you go.
27 body. 81 stun.
Of which you take half.
Right.
Still...
41.
Actually, you might take full. Let's see if you do any knockback.
27 body. Even if I rolled 18, I would still.
Well, you got to figure. We got to figure out if you knock him out of my hand. So you got to. You got to roll your knockback.
And you might have knockback resistance.
19 body.
The little guys
These
don't.
things don't.
The little guys don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 19 times 2 is...
No, it's 19 inches.
Yeah, 30, you double that for meters, right?
Well, effectively.
I think
I
it's...
just play... The thing is, you got to cut this in half anyway.
Yeah, you cut that in half.
I'm fine hand waving that you knock him out of your hands. And unless you're...
not necessarily. I'm very strong, so we got to figure this out.
There's 17 body knocking it out that you have to overcome.
No, we rolled strength versus strength.
I did 17 body in excess of my knockback.
Yeah, but the way it works is you do a strength versus strength using the number of dice.
Right, 17 dice.
Yeah, so roll your 17. Maybe you roll shitty.
Why don't you roll your 45? I already got 17 body. My body's already been determined.
Yeah, the force of the damage is 17 body worth of force. Can you exceed
no, probably
that?
Not, yeah.
Yeah, with your strength hold. Yeah, that's why I was going to hand wave it, because I don't feel like it's... Yeah. Okay, so the force of this attack...
If you held on to it, you would take it too.
Yep, knock him out of my hands.
Yeah, the dude flies back.
All right, now then, what does 27 body do to one of these things?
Yeah, which one is that?
It doesn't kill it.
But it is breaking in pieces and shattering things.
Yeah. So if it was 3 feet tall before, now it's 1.5 feet tall. Slightly less.
And how did that affect you, Nemesis? How are you feeling after all that exertion?
She's down to 18 stun.
Any of that body hurting you?
I took half body, which out of 27 is 13, rounding in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
13 and a half rounds in my favor. I've got 15 resistant.
Okay, cool. So you're pushing yourself to the limits on your stun, but you're not bloodying yourself up by this.
No.
Okay, well, cool. I think that's obviously been the most effective attack in a good coordination. Obviously, I don't know that it was willing on Faust's part, but
Wait, Nemesis, we found the key. I'm gonna hold the other one.
wait. Give me just a second. Let me hold him down. Okay, we'll go to the next.
No, just keep hold. Well, yeah, you got grab the next one.
I'm gonna grab the next one.
Or grab the same one because it's not dead yet.
So go.
Well, but you got to run real fast for your move through. So I need to give you some distance.
No, you don't. I can haymaker.
Okay.
My haymaker basically does the same. A pushed haymaker does the same amount.
Okay. Done deal. I like your shorts, by the way.
Okay.
Hero Forge.
Ghost gets to go.
We can
There
barely
he is.
hear you.
Yeah, I lost internet connection.
Yeah. We see you're not on the table. I just held your turn.
We were afraid you might have rage quit.
What?
Well, we just didn't.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
We didn't know where you were. That's all.
No, I have no idea what happened. The guy said that they didn't detect anything, but for some reason my internet decided it did not want to be up.
Well, you called technical support and they said, "Can you plug it? But can you unplug it and plug it back in?"
Turn it off. Turn it back on.
No, I had the automated thing to reboot, and that worked and then didn't work. So
Okay.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna take some liberties here to wrap since we're 10 minutes before the end time. Ghost, I assume you've done the multi attack a couple of times. Would you do that again, or how would you act here?
At this point, the last time she came through, she saw Tara down on the ground with another one of these creatures looming over her. This time, and she's now witnessed somebody grabbing and an effective attack happening. So what she'll do is she'll fly into this guy here, like
Number 3?
Yeah, the one that's standing beside Tara.
Okay,
beside Wild Thing. She'll fly up to it and grab it in a bear hug and just hold on.
Okay, so roll your to hit.
Oh.
Well, how long am I going to be stunned, by the way?
No, you're unstunned.
So
We just
you come out. You lose your next move. That's all.
Yeah, you're not stunned anymore.
Just 4 or 5 years, that's all.
Yeah.
You only lost a phase. You only lose a phase with that.
You're back. And I took a recovery for you on the last phase. So you were offline, so you should have 1 recovery up under you, and then goes
or
to your...
temporarily use the internet because that works too.
So I shouldn't come back in, right?
What?
There's no need for you to come back in because the battle's just about over.
Yeah, and we're about to end stay on the line so you can help with the narrative, but on the table, no, we're about to shut it down. Maybe 10 minutes from now.
So it is grabbed and being held with a 55 strength. I doubt it can break that, so we'll just ignore it.
Yeah, yep. let's keep on moving on. Okay, so we are with
Yeah,
Stone.
thank you, because I seem to be stuck online. I have no idea how to get rid of it.
Okay, Stone Golem number 1. Emraka, will you handle?
Number 1 is on the other side of the door.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
If number 1 is on the other side of the door, then that is not the one that Ghost is grabbing.
That's right. You've grabbed
No,
number
you're
3.
grabbing the one over by Wild Thing, which is golem number 3.
If he's driving the
Okay.
one near me, it's number 3.
Yep.
Or C, excuse me.
But it's the turn right now of number 1. That's why he said number 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 1's gonna dig his way under the door.
Actually, number 1 is going to look around and not see any opponents and say, "Oh, I defeated them."
Unfortunately, that's the door we have to open because that's where the sound is coming from.
Okay.
That's the turn for number 1. Number 2
is in half.
So he's gone.
Actually, how much body do those things take?
Why?
Because I don't believe they don't get dying like people do.
You don't know how much body they have either.
Well, that's what I'm asking. We know that they have 15 defense, so what does 12 body look like on one of them?
And he had already taken 2.
Well, I did tell you that it was 3 feet tall to begin with, and now it's 1.5 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't tell me is it still animate or not.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Well, you're about to find out.
Yeah, it is.
So it comes running back, and it doesn't like that you did that to it, so it's going to try to hit you. Nemesis.
Okay.
Hopefully his strength is reduced by his size.
It's magical,
Damn.
though. It's magical.
Well, it rolled hot.
The sound of dice. Yeah, and Nemesis, you would know.
I guess his strength is not released. It's not reduced.
You would see by your detect. These things are just uber magical, right? They are imbued all around, glowing, that kind of thing, right? So they're stone, but you know that they are. They're made of more than that.
She's still standing, a little wobbly, but she wasn't dazed or anything like that.
That's impressive.
And there's no knockback.
Okay. I still don't understand why it does Nemesis then number 3. It's just weird.
Must be a dex related.
Are they dex? I'm dex 18. What's their dex?
10.
Yeah, but the first 2 go before you in the turn order, and the third one comes after you. I don't know why the combat manager does that. Nonetheless, Nemesis.
Sounds like a defect.
Yeah, it does. It does. But Nemesis, it's your turn, and then we'll do golem number 3.
Wind up another haymaker. Don't anybody move this son of a bitch.
I'm gonna grab him, Nemesis. You could have held. You could have held, but it doesn't matter, I guess.
It doesn't matter if you grab it, so long as it doesn't move from there.
Yeah, just keep it there. Okay, so and to be clear, your haymaker will end on end of segment 9, not your next segment, but the end of the next segment. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, the next segment.
Yeah, it starts in 8, ends in 9.
Okay, number 3. Where is number 3? He's held. Emraka, what would you like to do? Held in the arms of the.
Oh, I've got
the void.
You have the void.
I will hug back. So I will squeeze my body up against her and squeeze.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. You don't really need to roll to hit either, right? I mean, you're.
Yeah, it's an OCV -3. You still have to attack because she's holding you.
Right, but she's also defending at -2.
Right.
That works.
But the way that these things pummel is not by attacking
Oh, so it's an
individually.
area attack.
Yeah, it's like pummeling around. It's like their stones are enveloping you. So it's like you're holding it, and all of a sudden it's holding you. Yeah, that's the way the special effect would be. You're still
You
holding
still have
it.
to attack DCV 3 though,
Yes, basically.
with a -3 OCV.
Actually, it's attacking at 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Or
Well, I
attacking.
hit a DCV of 8. If I take 3 off of that, that's still a 5, which hit my required.
Yeah. Yeah. You're getting.
Your target defends at 0 because it's adjacent to you.
So the rocks are just
Yeah, true.
pummeling all around. 49.
A lousy roll. 5 ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you still managed to pull a 40 stun out of
40
that.
stun. That's not a joke.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, but it could have been.
Yeah,
Well,
it
it
could have
depends on. Well, it does 40 stun to somebody that actually takes stun. So
Mm-hmm. No, Windwalker.
Windwalker.
No, she was like the best defense of getting him out of the way at least. Is she still on the no? Oh.
No, she must have had the same thing that Tara had.
Yeah, it's going around.
Okay. Segment 9. Windwalker acts. And I will say that for the purposes of the game, well, I don't know though, because the golem is held or is holding. No, I still think she would do it. She would go over, and I don't even think she has to go over. She would portal. Windwalker, you're still not on the line, are you?
No, she's not.
Yeah, I would say she would portal that number 3 into the same room. Let me see if I can do it
You
for
can congratulate each other on having successfully dealt with the enemies.
Because if I hold,
Yep. Ooh, but the 2 hit would be to a DCV.
But your first to hit was a DCB of 9.
Yeah, so she hit the thing, but then tried to portal it into the room and missed the hex by 1.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I would still say it gets into the room. It's a big room back there, so I'm not gonna argue with that. So the thing is portaled out, and I'm just doing a little bit of hand waving. Faust, your turn.
just gonna grab it.
When do I get to go again?
I think in the next phase, right after this.
yeah, you could probably recover because they're going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, you should probably recover. I hold on to him, so he needs to try to break out with half his strength.
Okay. And what's the?
On it.
Has to be 9 body.
Not possible with 3 days.
All right, done.
Okay, so you grabbed it.
Hey,
At the end of that segment, this haymaker. Is it haymaker?
Haymaker lands. Okay, Haymaker sword coming in.
Okay. Awesome.
DCV 8.
You've got it.
Haymaker damage. Oops, forgot to push. Oh well.
Mm. Yeah, that was 1.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one.
This is supposed to be a killing attack, right?
Yeah, there it is. Sorry.
That could have actually been a good.
There we go. 23 body.
Okay, so this would definitely separate the rocks.
That's good. Yeah, that's another.
Love on the rocks.
Another 8. Yeah, another 8 body it took. So it's taken a grand total of 20 body.
Okay, so you see this thing fall apart, and the rocks kind of fall into different areas of the. It's like shattering, and
I know, and the magic's disrupted.
That's right. That's right. Now you would see that the rocks themselves still have magic in them.
All right.
Putting one in my pocket. I now have a magic rock.
Okay, Wild Thing.
Careful what you wish for.
Wild Thing, it's your turn. And if you don't mind making a perception roll, your character's strength is perception, so I'll prompt you with it if you don't mind.
Say that again?
Oh, you can't make perception roll because you're not there. I'm going to make a perception roll for your character.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
Nemesis will also take a rock.
Wild Thing has a +4 to all perception rolls.
Oh, I forgot. So this is even better. You see the rocks moving back together. Wild Thing. After that last blast happens and the rocks shatter, your attention turns over and you start to see them drawing close to each other.
Okay, well, that's not
Regenerate.
Or trying to.
Mm-hmm. They're moving. They're definitely moving. And you and the two of you all, Faust and Nemesis, you would feel the tug of the rocks in your pockets or in your hands.
I have a happy magic rock in my pocket, in my hands.
Is that a rock? Are you happy to?
It's not, I'm not happy to see you, Nemesis. I'm just saying,
There's a protrusion.
Is it my go?
Yeah, it's your go.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can use my wind blast to blow the rocks away from each other for now.
Okay. Yeah, and honestly, I think it's a great. I won't make you roll it, but you do. You blast the wind. They're all scattered all across the floor of the cave. They're still moving back toward each other, but you've definitely scattered them away for the next 5-10 seconds.
There has to be, there has to be a source.
Reformation.
Yeah, there has to be a source that's bringing them back together. So remember we heard that noise behind that door. I wonder if the source that's fueling their magic is behind that door.
Probably.
Yeah, so I got something here.
Ghost?
You'll see in a moment. But her next phase, she's going to start eating the rocks.
Oh, God.
She also bursts into flames.
Ghost, are you gonna?
The cold has now gone away.
Not a good idea.
Ghost, are you gonna try to take an action? I'm gonna take us out of battle phases for a moment. If you don't want to take a specific combat action, Ghost.
Oh, sorry. It's everybody's breaking up on the transmission. So
yeah.
Ghost sees these rocks moving closer together.
Yep.
Yeah, she goes and picks up two of the largest rocks, holding one in either hand, picks them up, holds them spread armed, and flies away from the other rocks.
Okay. Okay, so you kind of go over there, grab one, and then come back to where you are, or
grab two, one in each hand.
Yep.
The largest that I can find.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take us out of combat. And just to wrap with narrative, you all would know that the remains of that thing, no matter how many of them you try to get, it's still trying to pull itself back together, and pieces of it pull itself back together, but it doesn't become animate without the pieces, all the pieces.
Okay. Here's a question for you. Nemesis's damage shield. All right, she's basically eating the rock, and it's the damage shield is a 1-die killing attack with 4 levels of penetrating on it.
Yeah, I mean, and even if it doesn't destroy this, in your intestines, it's going to prevent this thing from recombining.
Right. Well, that's the thing. She's turning it into lava.
Yeah, great. That means this poor little guy is never going to reconstitute himself.
Mm-hmm.
Just a.
I'm gathering it had a variation on regeneration with resurrection.
Yeah, but the limitation would be that it has to have all of its pieces.
Okay, and she just is taking away some of those pieces.
Yeah, all of you all started grabbing them and walking away, and you knew. I mean, as far as you all got away with the components, it couldn't reanimate.
So you have penetrating ×4.
Yeah,
and I have.
It's 1 pip.
Yeah, I understand, but I have difficult to dispel ×4.
That's true.
That's a different power.
I'm not dispelling. I'm actually killing. I'm destroying.
Yeah. It's not he's not suppressing.
I'm not suppressing, not draining. I'm not using any.
Yeah.
I'm using a killing attack, not a drain or dispel or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, these guys' magic is almost impossible to take away from them, you know.
Right.
But you've
by dispelling it, but I've done an end around.
Yeah. Oh no, totally fair. This poor soul, poor little mini golem, will never come back together again.
Golem.
And to Cliffhang, you all hear heavy pounding in that room where the electric hum is, even creaking against the door.
We've dealt with one small golem. Now we have to deal with a large golem and 2 small golems.
But now we know how to handle them.
Another member will be joining our party.
Yeah, someone with the well, no, those haymaker killings that did it. I mean, that was the way to.
Yeah.
That was the way to deal with it. Oh, any questions, any comments, and things that y'all would want to have done in the last moments?
We have a phaser. Ghosts can phase through things, right?
Only with fast speed. Yeah.
What was that? What was that?
Only with really fast speed.
Okay. Sorry, I'm on my phone because I'm not sure my computer will connect.
That's okay. Anybody else want to do anything here?
Nope, I think we know how to deal with the other one, so we're going to get ready to open that door and see what's behind it.
Okay.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. This is a 3 experience point session. Anybody that wants to write a journal as well can up for another experience. I appreciate you guys bearing through and figuring out a way to deal with these guys. I think it was a lot of fun. I hope you all had a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Sorry, I dropped out.
No worries. We're glad you made it back in. I'll see you guys again next week.
All
right.
Thank you all.
Yeah, take care.
Guys.
Yep.
Be safe, y'all.
You too. Thank you.